Good morning, everyone. I'm Specialist Doyle, and I'm here to give you guys a class on moving under direct fire. The risk assessment for this class is medium. The hazards, as you can see, there may be potholes, debris in the way. It's pretty hot out today, so there's a chance of heat stroke. So you need to drink water and be careful where you're doing your task. There are also ant beds and maybe some other critters as well. We have a water source if anyone needs extra water. All right, moving under direct fire. So the conditions for this class is you're a member of a team conducting movement to contact. You're under fire from enemy, maybe 200 to 300 meters away. You need to get to a better firing position so that you can lay down suppressed fire and engage your enemy pretty close so you could be effective. First thing you want to do is you want to select an individual movement route. You're going to be moving as a team, a squad. And you don't want to pick a route that is fully open unless you have no other choice. No options but an open area. You want to choose a route that maybe has vegetation, trees, old cars, something that you can use and utilize as cover and have a good firing position for someone to lay down suppressive fire whenever you're moving. So you have to search the terrain to the front of you in order to find a good firing position. Once you find that firing position, you will select the best route to get to that firing position. You want to pick a route that minimizes your exposure. Ensure the route does not cross in front of other team members. And communicate your movement with your team by using hand and arm signals, and if far enough away, quiet voice. While you're moving, you need to still suppress the enemy. So in a squad, or as a two-man team, one man moves, the other man suppresses while he gets to safety. Once that man gets to safety, the other team member can then follow his suit. While he's following suit, the first person will start laying down suppressive fire as he did to ensure both of them get there safe. You don't want to expose yourself to fire if the enemy is not suppressed. All right. So you need to conduct the movement using the appropriate techniques to reach that position. There are many techniques. I will go over a few of them. The first technique I'll be going over is the high crawl. The high crawl lets you move faster than the low crawl. You use this when there's good to decent cover and concealment. And you just can't stand up because there's enemy fire coming in. So you have to stay down and utilize that cover and concealment by doing a high crawl. I will now demonstrate to you the proper way to do a high crawl.
Keep your body off of the ground. Rest your weight on your forearms and lower legs. Cradle your weapon in your arms. Keep the muzzle of the weapon off of the ground. Keep your knees well behind your buttocks so it stays low. Move forward by alternately advancing your right elbow and left knee, and left elbow and right knee.
At full speed, it will look like this. All right, so that was the high crawl. Next, I will be showing you the low crawl. The low crawl gives you the lowest silhouette that you can possibly achieve. You only use this when you have no cover and concealment, and you have to cross without standing up. I will now demonstrate the low crawl technique.
Keep your body as flat as possible to the ground. Grasp the sling of the weapon at the upper sling swivel with your right hand. Let the hand guard rest on your forearm. Keep the muzzle of the weapon off the ground. Move forward. Push both arms forward while pulling your right leg forward. Pull on the ground with both arms while pushing with your right leg. Repeat these steps until you reach your next position.
Full speed will look as follows. Excuse me. All right, that was an example and demonstration of a low crawl. My next movement is the rush. The rush is the fastest way to move from one position to another when you have to cross an open area, and time is very critical. The rush still uses suppression fire. Once you leave a safe position to go to the next position, your battle buddy, whoever that may be, hopefully it's someone good, will lay down suppressive fire as you start to run to your next position, or in this scenario, rush. You're still under enemy contact. You do not want to go out there without signaling to your guy to give the suppression fire. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be from the prone position. You're gonna raise your head and look to your next position. You're gonna come back down, pat your buddy, let him know you're moving. You're gonna get up quickly while your buddy's starting to lay down suppression fire. You're not gonna run 100 yards. It's too long. You're gonna take a 3 to 5 second sprint rush once you get up. Normally it's, I'm up, he sees me, I'm down. Whenever you go down, some soldiers use the butt of their weapon for impact. Others could dive, and some just use their knees and fall over. The appropriate way to do this is use your knees, come down to your knees, fall forward, break your fall with the butt of your weapon. I will now demonstrate the rush technique. Look, he sees me. I'm down. You will continue each of these 3 movements until your final destination is achieved. You want to be about 100 yards or 100 meters away from the enemy. That way you can lay down accurate fire and defeat the enemy. You want to assume your firing position and engage with your individual weapon until enemy threat is no longer there. Everyone got it? All right, you will practice this today until you can perform it to standard. Whenever you can perform it to standard is when you're good enough to not need any more practice anymore. All right, that concludes our class for today. I'm gonna go over the risk assessment one more time. No one got injured. It's still hot. We've had plenty of water source over here. Do I have any questions? Any takeaways? Anything I could have done better? Anything I didn't do good? All right. Concludes my training.